Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how you can move any UI element like this hand from any start position to any destination position without using Animator, and it works fine for any resolution. So let's start the tutorial. And if you stick to the end of the tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can resize UI elements to fit any resolution. I have just created a new project, and the first thing we're going to do is create a new canvas. So right click, UI, canvas, and you can change the UI scale mode to fit your requirements. I like to select scale with screen size, and you just have to choose your reference resolutions. After that, let's create a panel. So go to UI, panel. I like to have a panel to check the resolutions. So let's rename this panel to panel for resolutions. Change the alpha color to 0 so it becomes completely transparent, and add another panel. This is the panel where we are going to put all the UI elements. So change the alpha color again to 0, and don't forget to unselect the right cast target for both panels because we don't want that the ray hits these elements. And now we are going to add some UI elements to this panel. For the purpose of the tutorial, I'm going to add two images, another image, and this is the tricky part. I'm going to add an empty game object that I'm going to use as target game object for the destination position. So let's create a folder for the two images that I'm going to use. Create a new folder, and let's rename this to sprites. And now I'm going to drag and drop the two hand image that I'm going to use. Here you have both images. Let's change the text to type to sprite and click apply. Here is not easy to see, but one hand is like holding to click and another one is clicking. There is a circle around the finger, so let's drag and drop these icons to our game objects. The click hand icon and the holding hand icon, and let's rename the game objects. Click hand icon and holding hand icon, and the target game object to target game object. Okay, so we have three game objects inside our panel. Now let's change the positions of both hands and for the target game object. So let's move the click hand icon a bit to the left and a bit down so you can see it easily. And let's change the anchor position over here more or less. And copy the transform for the other hand. Click copy component, and we go to the other hand and paste component values. So both hands are in the same position. And now let's change the target game object a bit down and a bit right. Change the anchor. Over here is fine. So the goal is move the click hand from here, the start position, to the target game object position. So let's create a new script in the panel. So click add component, new script, and let's call this script UI elements movement and intro. And now we are going to edit this script. Double click. So let's remove this code. And the first thing is create the public game object for the UI elements. So public game object holding hand game object and public game object, click hand game object and the game object for the target position, public game object, target game object, and I'm going to use the onEnable method. And in the enable method, we're going to start a coroutine with the name UI coroutine, for example. Let's create a coroutine, private enumerator UI coroutine. And let's create a while loop. While true, so the coroutine is always running until we stop it, and we're going to stop the coroutine when we disable the panel. So void on disable stop coroutine. Let's copy the name. And what do we want to do? We want to move this hand from this position to the target position over here, from here to here. So let's back to the script, and inside this while loop we're going to create another while, and in this case we're going to check the distance from the start position to the destination position. So let's use vector3 distance, and it needs the start position and the destination position. So let's check the name of the game objects. Click hand game object dot transform dot position to the target position. Target game object transform dot position, and inside this loop we're going to use the move towards method. So copy this. The click hand position is going to be equal to vector3 dot move towards, and we need the current position, the target position, and a float value for the speed. So the current position is going to be the position of the hand. So let's copy. Target position is the same target position, and the float value, let's use time dot delta time multiply by a speed, and let's set speed private float speed equal to 1000. That I already checked that is a good value. We need as well a yield return value for this while. Yield return new wait for seconds, and I found this value nice for this purpose. And we need another yield just to wait for 1 second. Yield return new wait for seconds 1. I forgot to write the condition for the distance, so the distance has to be higher than 1, for example. And let's try this. So here in the panel we have to add our game objects, click, holding, target, and we're going to disable the panel. So disable, press play, and now let's see what happened. Enable the panel, and as you can see, the hand moved from one position to another position. Let's see it again. So let's play again. Enable the panel, and here it is. So let's continue. Go back to the script. So now we just have to do some adjustments. I'm going to copy paste the final script and explain it. So here is the final script. I added an await method to save the start position of the hand, and going back to the coroutine, I disable the click hand game object, wait for 1 second, activate the click hand again, deactivate the other hand. This is the while, as we typed before. After the move towards ends, I move the click hand to the target position because we had some distance here, and another adjustments. I let you in the description this code. And if you save and compile, going back to Unity, we're going to disable the panel and play the game and see what happened. So now if we enable the panel, so we see an infinity loop. We can disable the panel again, enable, and it's working fine. And here is the extra tip to adjust the panel to any resolution. So if we go to panel for resolutions and modify it and play the game, and we enable the panel, as you can see, the movement works fine. But if we zoom in, you can see that the hand doesn't have the right size. So we just have to go to the game object and add a component. So we stop the game and we add aspect ratio feature. If we select aspect mode with Ctrl+H, for example, and play the game, enable the panel, and as you can see, that hand has the right size. And we just have to add the same component to the other hand. So I hope you liked the tutorial and you have learned something new. Bye bye.